What's goody? It's your host Jay Rose as always, and I got class in like 40 minutes, but we gonna get these game one overreactions in the bag so I can get this recorded, edited, and get this out by today. Let's just get straight into it. These are all the Saturday games right here, and then we got the Sunday games as well. We're gonna start on Saturday though. Pistons Knicks, we can start there. Pistons Knicks. I'm trying to remember this game. The Pistons honestly just came out really flat. I think Cade, 8 for 21 is not great for Cade Cunningham. I'm not gonna lie to you. His 12 assists is really good though. So he did still take advantage of the double teams that were coming at him, but it affected him clearly on his offensive game because he could not hit a shot. Asor Thompson, his main assignment was Jalen Brunson, and he said he has no adjustments that he thinks he should make going into game two, which is absolutely insane because he dropped 34 on your head top. Also not great efficiency, but hey, Jalen Brunson's been on a little skid, so seeing him drop 34, we need that. If the Knicks are going to get a W in this series, that is absolutely what they're going to need, is at least somebody to step up and have those big scoring nights. But what I think is interesting is that Jalen Brunson's a +2, and then Josh Hart and Cat +20 and +22. That's kind of crazy. That's very interesting. This honestly just felt like it was the Knicks game to lose kind of the whole way through. It was close at times. You can see the end score really close. But yeah, that third quarter was just crazy. Look at this third quarter run and then a big fourth quarter run from the Knicks. So I just feel like I have a lot of faith in the Knicks, especially at home. I think they played really well. I don't think Cade's going to be as bad next game, and if Malik Beasley can still hit shots and they can get some more contribution from some other guys next game, this could be a completely different game too. So I have faith in New York that they'll do well again, but I just, we'll see. I don't really think there's an overreaction to be had here. I think this is going to be a really close series. It was a close game one. Ended up a little farther away than what it usually was, and I feel like it's just going to be a close game too, for sure. Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Lakers. This is just a bad loss for LA. This is a horrible loss for LA. And you can honestly just see where things started to teeter off. Like quarter one, Luka was going off. They got 28. They won the quarter. Luka goes out for quarter two, 38-20 in the second quarter, and that's really where you lose the game. They never recovered from this, and they only got into deeper and deeper holes as the game went on. I think the fact that Anthony Edwards didn't do much and you still lost is very interesting. I'm not expecting Naz Reid to go 6 for 9 from 3 again. I'm not expecting Jaden McDaniels to go 3 for 3 from 3 again. I'm not expecting the team to shoot 50% as a team and 50% from 3 again. I think those are two super outlier games, and when I tend to see games like this, I'm not banking on that team to shoot the same way twice in a row. Going over to the Lakers though, there was just a lot going on here. Jackson Hayes definitely, I feel like, deserved to play more than 8 minutes. His plus minus looked really bad, but whose plus minus doesn't look bad? Y'all lost the game, right? I think JJ forced the small ball lineup a little bit too much. Like Jackson Hayes, you need the rebounds at the end of the day. He played 8 minutes and got 3 rebounds. Austin Reeves played 37, got 3 rebounds. LeBron played 36 minutes, got 5 rebounds. You needed the rebounds. Got out rebounded severely in this game, and rebounds 44, Lakers 38. So it's not too crazy. You needed Hayes in there for his size. I just feel like guys were too comfortable getting to the rim, which made the kick out super easy. Just getting inside, I think Anthony Edwards was really masterful at operating this offense. The driving kicks were really good. It got Naz Reid a lot of looks. It got DiVincenzo a lot of looks, even though he wasn't really hitting last night. Got Jaden McDaniels. He was going crazy yesterday or on Saturday. I just feel like genuinely, if you look at the splits, when you shoot 51% from the field and your opponent shoots 39% from the field, that should be a win for you. So I'm not really overreacting. I'm a Luka fan, so I know game ones don't really count, and I know LeBron James game ones usually don't really count either. I will say, LeBron, you did not play well. Like, holy hell, you did not play well. 19 points, 4 turnovers, only 3 assists, 8 for 18 from the field. You played some decent defense down the stretch. You got your stocks up. But this is a bad LeBron game, objectively, especially in the playoffs. Reeves, as much praise as I've given Reeves recently, 5 for 13 for 16 points. Not really much else to show for on the court. Not great. And Luka is the only one who came out and really played today. 5 turnovers is honestly not good either, especially for only 1 dime. But you can only blame Luka so much for that. Like, guys got to hit shots. At the end of the day, guys got to hit shots. We got 3 for 9, 8 for 18, 0 for 2, 5 for 13, 1 for 5, 1 for 3, 1 for 3. You need guys like Gabe Vincent and Dorian Finney-Smith to actually hit their shots, and this will be a different series. I think Dalton Knecht needs some real minutes. I don't know why Dalton Knecht only got garbage minutes in this game. He's a good defender, he's a good shooter, and you needed shooting. So once you see Gabe Vincent is playing 25 minutes and DFS is playing 33 minutes, not giving you anything on the offensive side of the ball, why not put Dalton Knecht in? Why not? And once you see that you're in a rebounding deficit and they're just getting big on you inside and kicking it back out, why not put Jackson Hayes back in? This was a bad coach game by JJ Redick. I just think that you can look at the Lakers and see what they did wrong, so I'm not really overreacting too much about this loss. Pacers Bucks, honestly, Giannis had no help, and Dame is coming back, so there's not too much I can really take away from this so far, but damn, bro. Like, Tyrese Halliburton, he did not look great in this game. The 12 assists is good, but 3 for 13 is crazy. Pascal Siakam is the best scorer on this team, and then it just had a trickle-down effect. Miles Turner had a lot of buckets. Andrew Nembhard had a lot of buckets. Miles Turner's defense was super in this game. Yeah, there's not, like I said, I just don't feel like there's a lot to take away from this game. Giannis giving you 36 and 12. He couldn't get any assists off because nobody else could really hit a shot. Kuzma playing 22 minutes and going 0 for everything in the stat category is absolutely unacceptable for your trade deadline acquisition. That's just bad looks. Bobby Portis, who usually gives you something off the bench, didn't give you anything. Gary Trent Jr. had a decent game, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. They didn't get anything. And honestly, looking at this team without Damian Lillard in the lineup, they don't have much, which is troublesome for sure. I feel like the Bucks could still potentially get a win if Taurean Prince can hit a shot, and if Kuzma can hit a shot, and if Bobby Portis can give you a little contribution here and there. But like, Jesus, nobody did anything in this game for the Bucks. So yeah, they lost for sure. 24% from 3 is absolutely crazy. I don't think this Bucks team is going to shoot that poorly from 3 again. And yeah, I just think the Pacers shouldn't get too comfortable yet, especially with Dame not playing. He should be back for game 2 or game 3, and that will completely change the entire course of the series. So now this game, absolute banger. I think this was the Clippers game to lose, and they lost it. You look at James Harden, 32 points, 11 assists. It was a great game for James Harden, turning the clock back. He looked like he could orchestrate the offense, do whatever he wanted. Kawhi Leonard on ISO, unstoppable. He got whatever he wanted off as well, but these turnovers killed them. You cannot have 20 turnovers as a team. You cannot do that. James Harden, only 2 turnovers. He had 11 assists, so I'm not too mad at that. Zubats, 2 turnovers. I'm not too mad at that. Kawhi, 7 is crazy. 7 turnovers is crazy. Norman Powell, 4 turnovers is crazy. Guys who are only playing like 20 minutes, I don't think you should be having 2-3 turnovers. Either you played 12 minutes, Bogey had 3 turnovers and 4 fouls. That's bad minutes. There's just small things in basketball that help you win games and hurt you to lose games, especially games like this where you were pretty much in control for the entire night. And you just let Denver walk back into it every single time. You build up a lead, you let Denver get back into it by the end of the quarter. You build up a lead, you let Denver get back into it by the end of the quarter. You end up going to OT, you lose in OT by 2 points. It's just not great. Jokic, really good game from Jokic, just run-of-the-mill Jokic stuff. 29, 12, and 9. That's just Jokic, man. That's what he does on a night-to-night. Big game from Aaron Gordon. I think this might be Michael Porter Jr.'s last season as a Denver Nugget, especially if they don't end up making a decent run. I just find it interesting how he can shrink in these moments so often. I feel like if he even were to give them something, this would have been a very godly win for the Nuggets. Like, they would have won pretty easily if he could have just given them some kind of contribution. Like, he didn't really do much at all. Westbrook is really such a shot in the dark. You do not know what you're getting with Westbrook. Like, it's so interesting how Westbrook almost lost them the game and he won them the game. Like, he on multiple occasions almost lost them this game. Clutch bucket at the end of regulation, Westbrook turnover, Westbrook missed layups, Westbrook wide open missed threes, but he hits a clutch 3. He hits 2 layups before that and pretty much had 3 shots in a row leading up to a go-ahead basket to bring them back into this game. And that's crazy how the duality of Russell Westbrook, where he can either be a turnover machine and not really making the right plays, or he can make the perfect plays and be in the exact spot at the right time and win you a game. So I just think that's kind of crazy how this went. The Clippers should not have lost this game. I think they pretty much dominated. They look better in every facet of this game besides the turnovers, in my opinion, and probably rebounding as well. But I don't think they were that far off with that either. Zubats pulled down 13 boards himself. So I think yeah, game 2, I just feel like I'm not an overreactive kind of guy. I feel like I'm just even keel, bro. Like, bro, this is nothing to overreact about. This is game 1, and I don't think that the Clippers should feel a way about this loss. I think they gave this one away, and that hurts. But you're not even on home court. That would have been way worse if you were on your home court and did this. But because it's game 1 in Denver, you have another opportunity to get one on their home court, and you just got to make sure you defend yourself in LA, and they should be fine, to be completely fair. Slate was nowhere near as interesting. We're probably just gonna breeze through these because it was not much to really talk about. This game, not much to talk about. John Morant locked up, Desmond Bane locked up, Jaren Jackson Jr. locked up. They shot 34%, 17% from 3. It was horrible. Shea did not have a great game. 4 for 13, 15 points, and they end up beating the Grizzlies by 50. We got Aaron Wiggins off the bench, 21. J-Dub, we got 20 here. It was too easy. It was too easy. The defense was swarming. They couldn't get anything off. I was watching a clip on Twitter, and they were like, yo, the Thunder are the most try-hard team in the NBA, and that's facts. Like, they're running around the court, swarming, helping, rotating, just before the Grizzlies can even get any time to react. Negative 51 plus minus is absolutely abysmal next game. This game was interesting. It was the end score is not really indicative of how close this game was, in my opinion. I think they just need more. Like, the fact that they did not make a move to get a dynamic guard before the season ended is really troublesome, and you can see it. Caldwell Pope, 6 points. Corey Joseph, 0 points. Cole Anthony, 4 points. Anthony Black, 3 points. Caleb Houston, 3 points. Every guard on this team didn't really do anything. So I feel like when you have Paolo giving you 36, and you got Franz, he didn't really have a great game. I was not a big fan of Franz's game today. I think he shot way too many threes for the amount that he hit. 1 for 6, and when his mid-range was hitting, made no sense. But yeah, like, you get a good game from Paolo, you get an okay game from Franz. You need a guy. You need a scoring guard, and they don't have that. None of their guards can really get an offense going. Their offense looks super stagnant in the half court. It's just not gonna be good for them. I think they're gonna soundly lose this series, even with Paolo having performances like this, because their offense is so stuck in the mud. They don't have anybody to really make a dynamic offense with. It's just Paolo and Franz here and there. That's it. Besides that, their half-court offense is stuck in the mud. There's not a lot of movement. There's nothing. And then the Celtics, I hate how Jason Tatum can shoot a tour date and Derek White will just come and pick up the pieces, and that's that for them. Like, I cannot stand this team. I can't do it. Peyton Pritchard has more points than both of their star players. That's what this game was. Neither of these guys really came to play tonight. Jaylen Brown was talking about intensity a lot. He didn't get a lot of shots, so 6 for 14 is not terrible, but the fact that Jason Tatum really shot 8 for 22, 1 for 8 from 3, and you just got Derek White, boom, 30 ball. Are you serious? No other team has this luxury to this extent. There's no other team where 2 role players can outscore your 2 best players, and you're gonna win like almost every time. Like, I hate the Celtics. Next game, Heat Cavs. The Heat Cavs game was also pretty close for a decent amount of it. I feel like fourth quarter they kind of just took over. I feel like it was around, like, 6, 7, 8, around 10, and then they kind of just blew it open in the fourth quarter. They didn't really have enough firepower for this. Tyler Hero, defense was focused on him the whole night. He couldn't really get going. Bam, I feel like, honestly, I'm happy with Bam's output. 10 for 22. He was aggressive, clearly on offense. 22 shots. I like that. 9 rebounds. They need a little more playmaking. Davion Mitchell should be starting. That boy looked really, really good the whole night. 8 for 12, especially down the stretch when they needed some more buckets to get some momentum. He did what he could. Now, on the other side, one of the best playoff performers of all time, Donovan Mitchell, 30 points per game. Not 30 points per game. He had 30 points in this game. Ty Jerome had 28. Darius Garland had 27. And they called game, man. They called game. Ty Jerome in that fourth quarter, stupid 5 threes this game. Cleveland has so much more firepower. I don't think anybody expected Miami, who's 37-45, to really beat the 1 seed. It would have been a fun scare, but there just really isn't much here, to be honest. I think this is probably how the score is going to look for all of the games. I wish Miami would have won in a sound fashion so I could make a take. There's no take to make, though. They clearly, I feel like it was just, if we go back to here, like Thunder favorite, Celtics favorite, Cavs favorite, and the Warriors are favorited too. So all the favorites won on Sunday, and then on Saturday, the Lakers lost. So there's one. The Knicks, I don't remember if they were favored or not, but the Knicks, I believe, were. The Pacers definitely were with no Dame. And I feel like this is even. This is literally even. So, I feel like most of the top seeds or the team that's predicted to win won most of these games, and that continues with this one. The Warriors, the Rockets honestly gave them a good run for their money, a huge run for their money. They were up like 20 at some point. The Rockets brought it all the way back, and then we got to see some masterful basketball from Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. Boy, Steph Curry is a magician. He can just shoot whatever the hell he wants and it's going in. Jimmy Butler, he's probably the most valuable player last night. 5 steals. He was orchestrating the basketball very, very well, getting guys open. 7 rebounds. He was just doing a lot of intangible stuff, a lot of like running the offense, just being patient, getting guys into their spots, looking for Curry on those looks, and Curry knocked him down. 5 for 9. He hit a bunch of crazy rainbow threes. He hit a double step back over Amen Thompson, bro's leg in the air. Cash, bro, ran forward, pulled up 30 feet. Cash, like Steph Curry's different, bro. And then on the other side, Sengun had a great game, but holy hell, y'all are not gonna win when Fred VanVleet is 4 for 19 and Jalen Green is 3 for 15. I feel like the sentiment around Jalen Green right now is that he's either going to give you 7 or he's going to give you 30, and that continues today when your slasher can't slash to the rim and get anything off, and then he also can't hit any threes. But at least he went over 4. 2 for 13 is like some of the worst 3-point shooting I have ever seen. That's really, really bad. 4 for 19 and 3 for 15. Like, dude, Fred VanVleet literally shot Saturday's date. I think that says enough. April 19th for Fred VanVleet, March 15th for Jalen Green. It's just bad work. It's just really, really bad work. And yeah, I'm not even sure how y'all were in this game so close at moments. Like, it really was the defense. As you can see, a 95-85 score. Nobody got over 100 points, so it had to have been the defense. But this is just a really disappointing game for Jalen Green. I really thought he could have came out and just showed you something, but this was my gripe to begin with. And I guess I'll give a hot take here. They can definitely get swept here. Like, the Rockets are the 2 seed, but they can definitely get swept here. And I think they should be looking out for that. I think in their case, these are your home games. And I feel like in order for them to have won this series, they needed to win both of these first 2 home games. There's already 1 down. If we end up going like whenever their next game is, next Tuesday, Wednesday, and they lose again, it's over. The series is over. The Warriors won, and the Rockets are going to be another one of those young teams who are inexperienced and came in with a lot of hype, but just didn't have what it took to really be that team in playoff basketball. And that's a real possibility, bro. That's a real possibility. Hopefully Jalen Green can show up and give themselves a chance to win a game next time. 20% from 3 goes crazy. But the Warriors didn't shoot extravagantly either. So if the defense is going to be this intense, you got to hit shots. You got to find a way to hit shots. And this is my problem to begin with. They do not have that guy. Sengun was that guy tonight. But on a night-to-night basis, you don't know who that's going to be. On a night-to-night basis, on this team, you have 2 of them. And they showed out. They showed why they're those guys. They showed the playoff experience and being comfortable in those moments. And they pulled the game out. Simple as that. I guess these weren't overreactions. This was kind of just an overview of game 1 and what happened and how I feel like the next game or series might go. These playoffs have been fun so far. Not so much the Sunday slate. A whole lot of blowouts on Sunday. But I'm definitely enjoying playoff basketball, seeing guys go off for big performances. Hopefully we can get some closer games today. Hopefully. I think Denver, LA, and Detroit, New York are on today. So should be fun. If you like the video, make sure you like the video. And if you didn't, make sure you subscribe because I know you'll like the next one. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.